let's go back to December the 1st. Obviously, the controversial result of that Deontay Wilder fight. How long did it take for you to kind of get out of the initial shock or maybe disappointment of the result?
Yeah.
And get straight back into training?
About 30 seconds, actually. After the decision was announced, I was like, that's bad. But I had to try and control all the crowd. I had a lot of fans there and they was all going nuts. My brother Shane was at the forefront of it all. He wanted to go crazy. I said, look, just chill out, calm down. Going on is not going to cause anything. Just give our country and our sport a bad reputation. Let's not do that. So fine. Even though I got a draw, it's been better than a win, really, for me, because everybody knows the truth and everybody comes up to me, oh, I should have won it, mate, blah, blah, blah. Whether if I would have got the win, it'd just been like, oh, yeah, congratulations on the win. Wasn't really. Now it's more of a talking point. Everyone's approaching me like, yeah, mate, you should have won that. Biggest robbery I've ever seen. Blah, blah, blah. People who watch boxing, they know, don't they? Everybody knows, like grannies in the street, women pushing prams, everybody. They know to come over and say, look, you should have won the fight, mate, unlucky. Well, thanks very much for the stuff you're doing with the mental health and all that. So it's all a win-win. And, you know, along with the sunshine, there's got to be a little rain sunshine sometimes. And I'll take it. I take it all, you know. I'll take the good with the bad, the indifferent, whatever. You know, we've had a lot of good and bad times in my life, and I hope they just keep coming and keep rolling forward, you know. The disappointment was one thing. We worked hard, we trained hard, we deserved what we trained for. We didn't get the result we were looking for, but it's not going to upset us, it's not going to make us unhappy, it's not going to make me put on a load of weight or whatever. I didn't think about walking away from the sport or nothing. I performed to the best of my ability. I was happy with Ben's work. Everyone done what they should have done, apart from the judges. One of them did. But it was what it was, can't do anything about it. So we move forward into 19 now.
There was a couple of massive talking points. There was the fact that it was, like you say, a robbery. And then there was the getting up in the 12th round as well. And two of those things have become like the most talked about things of 2018. It was late in the year, but it was the biggest sporting story of 2018 in the end, wasn't it?
Getting up in the 12th round was a hell of a thing to come back from. And just the whole build-up for the fight, it was an amazing experience, you know. Me and Wilder, we really went at it in the build-ups, in the press conferences. We give the fans value for money. And I believe that it'll be even better next time. Because Wilder's going to come better, I'm going to come better for this next fight. It's just going to be a bigger, better fight.
It proved that he is a decent boxer, and it also proved that you were back and you were competing at the top level, and this whole comeback wasn't just a sort of, I don't know, a press spin or anything like that. It was a proper, good heavyweight competition, and now the next time, it's going to be better, right?
I hate to say it, but I told you so. I did tell you, it's like, beginning of the year in June when I had my first fight, June, August, December. It was like, I knew what I was going to do. I just had to do it. I was over here this time last year, really fat, really out of shape, and couldn't do any running or nothing. I thought to myself, this is going to be a long way back, this. But I look at it now and it's like over a year ago, and I can't believe that's gone so quick. And I look back on them and they were great times. They were good times. They'll go down in my memory bank as they were the good old days. They were good. That was very good times. They're losing the weight on the training camp and all that. But I'm here now and I'm on weight and I'm fit, and it doesn't feel like the same buzz, to be honest. I feel like almost like a little bit low, if you know what I mean, because I don't have that big mountain to climb, and there's not all the expectations of can he do it, if he can, he would, he should, or all that sort of stuff. And it's almost like I'm going into 19, fit, healthy, fresh, ready. And it's like, wow, this is a new thing. I've never done this before. Because coming into January, usually, I would have had to lose about, 5 stone minimum every time. So this is new territory for me. And I think I finally turned the corner. It took me 30 years to get to this point where I don't need to go out and drink tons of beer or go out and eat loads of rubbish. I'm really happy just training. And if I eat something today, I'll do a run at night to get rid of it, and then I'll do another run in the morning. So I really have turned the corner with it all.
You've also turned the corner in like public perception as well, haven't you? Because all through the sort of 2 years off, 2.5 years off, even with the comeback fights, you had people, a lot of criticism, a lot of doubters.
I don't believe I really ever had to prove anything, you know. All my career I've always upset the underdog. I've always been the underdog in all the big fights. Everyone was always supposed to beat me, but nobody ever did. So I feel like now it's finally turned around, and everyone can see what they can see. Really, they can see that I am at that level and whatever. Because before this Wilder fight, I was going to get blown away apparently in a round or whatever by everybody's opinion. And I just don't know what they're looking at. I really don't. I think they let the heart rule the judgment, the good judgment. And maybe that's what they want to happen. All these so-called boxing experts and writers and everybody else, every one of them thought that I couldn't do it. And it's just like time and time again, I do have to keep proving you wrong. Like, what is it that I do or that I fight like that makes you believe I can't do anything? I believe I can beat any boxer. It's just a boxing match, you know. I've had loads of them all my life, boxed all my life, and it's like, I don't look at these people and think, oh, I'm afraid. Because believe it or not, Deontay Wilder's the biggest punching heavyweight in heavyweight history of thousands of years, hundreds of years of boxing. And I looked at him and I didn't fear him. I smiled and licked my lips at the chance of eating him up. And if everything would have been fair, then that's what would have happened.
On the night, was there anything there that you didn't expect, or was it exactly what you expected from the fight?
It's exactly what I expected. Everything I expected. Nobody, not one boxer on this planet can do something that I don't already expect. Not one of the boxers I've ever fought have ever brought anything to the table that I wasn't ready for. Nothing. Getting hit and hurt's a part of boxing. I always say you can't go swimming and not get wet. But it doesn't surprise me. Anything that Wilder did or did on the night or in the build-up doesn't surprise me.
Is there more or less respect for Deontay now when you look back on it, or do you just again you just
I
see it
always
as a fighting
respected
man?
Deontay Wilder. He's done very well in his life and career. You got to respect people who do that sort of stuff. And you know, I don't hate Deontay Wilder. It's not his fault that the judges robbed me. You know, he only done the best he could. He was over the moon with the decision. He was like, "Yeah, I got a draw. Thank you." It was what it was. It is. I don't dislike Wilder. He's just a boxing man to me. It's just a boxing match, you know what I mean? There was no animosity, you know. I didn't want to kill him or anything. It was just a boxing fight. It was just a great fight for the fans and a great fight for the sport, because there's a lot of great fights out there that very rarely get made. And I didn't want me and Wilder to be the same, so that's why I just jumped at the chance to go over there and fight him in his own country.
With that kind of not having the animosity thing, I think in your early days you played up to being a villain a little bit more, didn't you? And one of the things I remember you telling me before the fight was that you wish you'd not bothered with that and just being yourself like you have been this time. Have you had more people than ever sort of coming up to you, congratulating you, saying, "Oh, I love the way you hold yourself and
yeah,
so
but
respectful," and things
only
like that?
because of the things I've done in the past. If I wouldn't have been the controversial character that I was in the past, then I wouldn't be sitting here today. I would not be here because I wouldn't be this famous, and I wouldn't have my own TV station, BT Sport. I wouldn't be followed around by Showtime and BT and done all these things, because I wouldn't be at this level. In order to get to the top, you have to do some mad things, and you have to be willing to do some crazy stuff to get there, or else you're never going to achieve greatness. Greatness never becomes easy. You never get anything good easy. Anything that's good in life is always very hard to get, or everybody'd have it. So you've got to be willing to take risks. Muhammad Ali said, "For he is not who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing." And I've risked everything my whole career to get to this point. And I'm sat here in Marbella on a seat in the sand, and I'm like thinking, well, what do I do next? Keep fighting, another boxing fight? Yeah, let's do it. I'm hopefully going to get out in April again. Hopefully I'll get the Wilder rematch, but if not, then I'll be out in April anyway. I'm just going to keep busy. I'm enjoying myself. I'm 30-year-old. I think I've got another 10 years left in this game, as long as I look after myself. And I seem to be doing a decent job of that now, so I'm not bothered. To me, they're just boxing fights. I don't fear anybody. They're all welcome to come and challenge me for the lineal championship. I think everyone should fight each other, but not everybody thinks like that. People are afraid of losing a fight or whatever, so they don't take the fights. Where me, if you lose to a better man on the night, congratulations, mate, there's me hand, shake you, thank you very much. See you again in the future sometime. But not everybody's got that outlook on life. And if you're afraid of losing, then you're never going to do anything, really.
you're looking after yourself better than ever now, aren't you? And this is probably the best mentally, I guess, you've been in your career. You understand everything a lot more. Are you happier now that you're seen the way you are by the public?
To be honest, all the way people see me and all that, it doesn't really change who you are as a person. You can never please everybody, ever. There's always going to be somebody who don't like what you do or like what you say or like what you stand for. So the moment you try to make everybody like you, the moment you fail. I only have to make my wife like me and my kids. That is it. And if anybody else likes me, it's up to them. I'm not trying to please everybody in the world. I'm only trying to please a certain amount of people, and that's it. I do what I do, and it's my job. It's my way of earning a living. If people like it or they don't like it, is really unimportant to me. You know, I've got bills to pay, I've got mouths to feed, I've got a family to raise, and that's it. Whether I was working as a boxer or working as a bartender or working as a dancer in a strip club, I'd still have the same bills and responsibilities to do. And that's all I aim to do in my life. I chose to be a family man. I got married at 20 years old. I had my first child when I was 21. I've got 5 kids nearly. They come first, so your life's been sacrificed for them. And that's the way I am. A lot of people, they come away from the boxing and they want to be involved in TV shows, they want to be a celebrity, they want to do this, but me, I don't. When that door closes from the training and boxing, I don't want any involvement in it. I just want to be left alone and just to be a family man, you know. Be able to go to the beach with my kids and be left alone, which very rarely happens these days, but that's just the way I am. I'm not interested in any other thing like getting any other jobs out of boxing, or after boxing I want to be on the TV so I can get my face on the TV. I really ain't interested. All I want is to be happy, and that's it. When I was down and depressed and in a lonely place, nobody could make me happy and make me better. I had to do it myself, me. And that's what I want to get across, because I think sometimes people who try to get the message across on all these bad things, they sort of like, the message is like, oh, someone else is going to do it for you. But I can say nobody's going to do it for you apart from you. You have to wake up in the morning and want to be a better person. You have to wake up in the morning and want to change. You have to wake up in the morning and put yourself in a positive mood. You know, that's the way it is. Before I was training and boxing, and then when I stopped training camp, I'd just go and eat like a lunatic and do what I wanted in my personal life. But now, I've got a routine. I train in the morning. I look forward to things. And before, it was like I took everything for granted, like the simple things in life, like being able to be here and be in a sensible mood. But now I appreciate good days, I appreciate sunshine, I appreciate breathing fresh air and being able to think for myself and do the right things. Well, before it was like, this is hectic, can't do it. Now I've got more of a balance in my personal life rather than my professional career, if that makes sense at all. Now I know I've got to go to the gym because that's my medicine. If I don't take medication, then I must train, because training to me is medication. And without it, I'm going to go back to the place I was. Back to the place I was before.
Best place in your personal life, best place in your professional life. People are talking Tyson Fury, he's got to have world titles, or certainly world title shots in 2019. You've already said the rematch with Wilder is the priority, right, for you?
Listen, I want a rematch with Wilder. If it happens or not, it's down to them. If they want the fight, they want it. If they don't, no problem to me. They're the ones who've got to redeem themselves, not me. I've done everything I should have done. I don't need to redeem myself. I don't need a second chance at glory. I'm the lineal heavyweight championship of the world. I don't need a belt, an alphabetical title. So many of them. What I have, you can't be given. World title, belts, alphabetical titles, they don't really mean a lot to me, to be fair. The only thing that does mean something to me is lineal championship of the world, and that's why I carry it with pride, and that's the best one to have.
That fight in December, it also put a bit of a shot of adrenaline into the heavyweight division, didn't it?
Yeah, we awoke a sleeping giant. The heavyweight division has always been a giant in the game, and it has been sleeping in the US for a long time. hopefully I get a fight with Deontay Wilder in America or in England. I'm not really bothered where it is. If it's in Australia or Antarctica, it wouldn't be a problem to me. Whatever the fight can be, we'll go. And that's it. I'd like a homecoming fight in April, maybe in Manchester or somewhere in the UK. And then I'd like to fight Wilder again. But if not the homecoming fight, then just Wilder. But if not Wilder, then I'll just have the homecoming fight.
Well, that's the one when you're at Old Trafford, weren't you, just after, like a week or two after the fight?
Yeah, we
got out there in front of everyone and said you want the fight there. Is that the dream? That's the homecoming fight?
I'd like to get Wilder at Old Trafford, but I don't know how realistically it is. Frank's working on it now, and my lawyer's working on it with their team and that, so I'm sure they'll come up with something good. I'm just happy to be alive and to be here in the sunshine on a beach, sat down and being interviewed by a big sports network and be a part of something, I suppose. I'm just happy to be alive, breathing fresh air and be healthy. Because that's the most important thing, really. Being healthy is the most important thing that you can be. And people will think, right, I'm healthy, but I'm skint, so I'm not happy. But at the end of the day, if you was a billionaire but you had cancer, it wouldn't do you any good. So just be happy for who you are and what you are and take every day as a blessing, because it is. We're not here for a long time. If we get 70 or 80 years, we've been very, very, very lucky. So enjoy yourself and enjoy your people around you, your friends and your family and your relatives and everybody who you've got around you. Because one day it's all going to be over. I'm going to look back at it and we're going, we're old people, hopefully. I think, you know what? I did the best that I could in my life because I put everything in and I enjoyed myself. And whether I was a winner or a loser, I still had a good time doing it. And that's what it's about, creating experiences and memories. I'm sat here and it doesn't feel like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like I've done what I've done in the last 12 months. You know, hopefully there's plenty more exciting nights left in me. I'm only young, still 30, and I just hope that everyone does the right things and fights each other, because if they don't, then it's pretty pointless in being involved in the heavyweight division. Why don't we all just retire if we're just going to fight nobodies?
Your prime's coming, and this is the healthiest you've ever been, right? So all three of you at your prime, there should be 2 years of brilliant fights coming up, shouldn't there?
Should be. I've already beat Wilder, so that's one down. And I'll do the same to Joshua if given the chance, but I don't think it's going to happen. And I'm sorry to disappoint sports fans, but Joshua, even with 2 hammers in each hand, could never beat Tyson Fury, and they know it. They know that. They're not silly, and it's a business as well, so they're not going to take the fight, simple as. They may say they're going to take the fight, talk about it, and then fight somebody else, like they keep doing, but that fight ain't going to happen, so I'm not holding my breath at all. I'll take my fights, I'll do my career, and that's it. I enjoy myself.
And you can take it wherever you want, because the Fury brand is growing.
Team Fury's growing. 5 on the way. Do you know what? I'm going back to grassroots. I'm going to sell my house, and I'm moving back in a gypsy wagon on the road. I've just bought myself a gypsy wagon, one of those ones that pulled by a horse and it's carved and carvings and all that. And I'm going to go back and live that lifestyle. But the gypsy wagon is going on tour because I'm going to bring it to Marbella and I'm going to bring it to the south of France. I'm going to bring it everywhere. I'm not going to tow it with a horse because I think there's too much hard work. But I'm going to put it on the back of a trailer. I'm going to put it on the back of a car and I'm going to tow it all up and down the country and world. And I'm going to live in it, and I'm going to make my own documentaries.
Is it painted black and gold with the Gypsy King stuff, or is it green and gold?
Green and gold.
Green and gold.
Even I had to bring the green and gold back for the Wilder fight. Everyone was like, oh no, the green and gold's gone, it's gone, it's gone. But I just had to bring it back.
Wasn't it something like the 2 arrived, wasn't it? And the green and gold was the one that fit better. It was like, it's destiny.
100%. The other one was too small.
So you tried on the green and gold and thought,
I'm home, baby, I'm back.